Hi, I'm Judah from Dynamic Spark, and I'm here to talk to you today about your website. What are some things that your website can improve on, and what is holding you back? So let's get started here. First, before we get started, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. Um, like I said, my name is Judah. I'm from Dynamic Spark. I used to be a club volleyball player at UW Whitewater. I coached high school volleyball for a year, and I also coached at Madtown. Um, I'm a parent of a club volleyball player. My daughter is on a 13s team this year. And my professional experience, I most recently was working in corporate marketing as a graphic designer. I did graphic design, web design, email marketing, and marketing strategy for over 10 years. Um, Now I work with small business marketing, doing websites, branding, promotion, and I'm specifically working with volleyball clubs right now and doing some of their sports marketing. So, let's start with five 4 components every club website needs to have. These are non-negotiables, whether you're a brand new club or you've been around for 10 plus years. These are the building blocks that help your site actually do its job. So the first one is clear and visible program offerings. It should take no more than a few seconds for a parent to understand what your club offers. Are there U12, U14, U16 teams? What does your season look like? Is it local or is there travel involved? Too many sites bury this information under vague menu labels or long paragraphs. Break it down simply. Use bullet points or quick overviews right on your homepage. Mobile friendly design. Over 70% of visitors are checking your website from a phone. If your text is tiny, buttons are too close together, or the layout falls apart, people leave. Think about a parent standing in the gym after practice, quickly trying to find tryout dates. If they can't use your site on the go, they'll move to the next club. Easy registration access, tryouts, clinics, private lessons, whatever you're offering should be one click away from the homepage. I've seen sites where registration is hidden under 3 layers of drop downs. If parents can't find how to sign up, they won't. Use buttons with clear labels like register now or tryout info and make them obvious. Professional visual design that reflects your brand. You should use clean photos, consistent colors, and a layout that looks intentional. Your site should match the level of professionalism and energy you bring to the court. If your website looks outdated or messy, parents might assume that's how your program is run too. Built-in trust signals. Parents want to feel confident in where they're sending their kids. Make that easy for them. Include coach bios, photos, testimonials from families or athletes, and accomplishments like college commits or tournament finishes. These details build credibility fast. It's not bragging, it's reassurance. Now that you know the big picture of components every volleyball club website needs, let's look at a few behind the scenes essentials that help your website actually perform better. These next 6 elements aren't as flashy, but they make a big difference in how your site works behind the scenes and how easy it is for people to find and use. Page speed. If your site takes more than a few seconds to load, especially on a mobile device, people won't wait around. Large images, videos that autoplay, or too many pop-ups slow things down. Keep your image sizes to under 100 kilobytes and avoid overloading the page with extras. Clear navigation. Think about parents who've never been to your site before. Can they find what they need in 5 seconds? If you have 10 menu items and drop downs within drop downs, they'll give up. Simplify your main menu to what matters: programs, tryouts, teams, contact. Then guide them from there. page titles and meta descriptions. These show up in Google search results. If your homepage is just called home and your about page says about, that tells search engines nothing. Use simple, clear titles like Madison Elite Volleyball Club, U12 through U18, teams in Wisconsin. You don't need to be a search engine optimization pro, just be descriptive. Image optimization. High quality photos are great, but if you upload huge photos, huge files, your site slows down. Resize images before uploading. I use Photoshop or Squish.app. If you use WordPress, there are also image compression plugins that may help this. Use the file format .webp when possible instead of JPEGs or PNGs for most photos, and aim for file sizes under 100 kilobytes. It's a small habit, but it has a big payoff. Basic SEO structure. Every page should have one main headline called an H1. Clear subheadings. Use words that people actually search for. Don't say our programs. Say Milwaukee volleyball tryouts for girls U14. It helps you show up when people are Googling even without paid ads. FAQs. Think of 5 to 10 questions that you get asked all the time. What does it cost? When is the season? How do I know what team my kids belong on? Put these on your site. It reduces email back and forth and builds trust with parents before they even talk to you. These basics might seem small, but they're often the difference between a site that just exists and one that actually brings in new athletes and answers parents' questions before they even hit send on an email. Now I'm going to do a website audit for Southport Volleyball Club. Basically, this is a walkthrough of analyzing what the website is doing well and where there are areas for enhancements that will help find the website easier and show up better in search engines while providing a smooth and seamless user experience while navigating through the website. All right, so we're going to be looking at the Southport Volleyball Club website and walk through a few of some high impact changes that you can make right away to help more athletes and parents find you, understand what it is you have to offer, and take the next steps to join your club. I'll keep this short and practical. So before I walk through some of the suggestions and improvements, I'm going to tell you what is working well. First off, this logo and this navigation structure, it's very clear. People are used to looking to the top left for your logo, and the navigation structure is very clear of what each page, what is the content on each page. So that is very clear. It's saying Southport Volleyball Club at the top of your website, so people know where they are. So that's something that is very clear. And there are clear links to your social platforms as well. So let's start and look at some of the back end basics. And first off, one of the quickest wins you can make is by updating your title and meta description so they're clear and specific. Your title right now, it doesn't tell me exactly what you are and where you're located. So I would suggest changing that title to maybe Southport Volleyball Club and then saying it's Boys Volleyball Club in Kenosha, Wisconsin. This helps both parents and search engines know what you do and who you serve. This meta description is currently missing. This is the text under your link in Google. So if you searched Southport Volleyball Club, so this is going to be that title, and here is that meta description. Right now, it looks like since it's not there, Google is just pulling what it thinks from your website, how it describes your website based on what it thinks from the text on your page. So I had a suggestion of what we could add in this description. And granted, it's not based specifically on your club, so you would have to make add something that is more specific to your club. But here was my suggestion, something along the lines of boys volleyball training and competition in Kenosha, Wisconsin for athletes ready to take their game to the next level. This URL, that's for your homepage. The canonical URL, that's just telling Google what is the preferred main page for this URL. So this is the home page. The URL for this page would be the same thing as that. And so that would be something you would add to each of those pages. Once we get into headings and structure, your main heading is the H1 tag, and it's currently showing page search, which doesn't really help anyone. So I would change it to your club name and what you have to offer, something like Boys Southport Volleyball Club. Then using these other heading tags to guide visitors through your site. For example, upcoming tryouts and registrations, available camps and clinics, about Southport Volleyball Club. So these heading tags are just giving you a brief description of what you're going to be reading about in the paragraphs below. So clear headings make the page easier to scan and also help your website be found in search engines. So next we're going to talk about links. Links are like pathways and guides, both to visitors and Google throughout your site. So there's three kind of links. There's internal, external, and then there's backlinks. Internal links are when you're linking to other pages within your website, and it looks like there's a good mix of internal and external. External points to other trusted sites like partners. It could be like USA Volleyball or Badger Region. So these help boost your credibility. Also, the backlinks are when other websites link to your site, and that it's not shown here, but that is also something that's really helpful for helping boost your credibility, is by having other um, sites linked to yours. So this could be like a community events page, local news article, volleyball associations, Badger Region. So make sure all your links work. Broken links frustrate visitors and hurt your rankings. And this next section is images. Images can make your site look great, but if they're too big, they can slow down load time and push visitors away, especially on mobile. So I looked into this a little bit, and it looks like this Southport Volleyball Club image logo, that is 585 kilobytes. And your background is 480. You want to aim to try to get those image sizes to 100, under 100 kilobytes. And by using a free tool, you can just add your images to the Squishtop app. And I can show you how it's being used right now. So if we're taking that 585 kilobyte image, it compresses it down to 4 kilobytes. And I would recommend using this WebP, which is a web format that just scrunches it down. You can see like the red is before, the blue is after. You're not losing any quality in this image, but then you can just download that image and then upload it to your site, and it will help it run faster. Um, Also, every image should have an alt tag. So it's right now we're seeing that 10 of your images don't have an alt tag. This is a short description of what is in the image, like Southport boys volleyball team celebrating a win. Alt text helps visually impaired visitors understand your images as well, and also helps Google understand your content, which helps improve your rankings. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is having what you do front and center of your website. Right now, I can edit this. It's not changing any of your website. It's just an application. And so this is front and center. I would change this to something like Boys Southport Volleyball Ball club. And then this would be, so that's going to be your main header tag, the H1 we were talking about earlier. And then underneath that, you're going to have maybe something describing more about your club. So a suggestion that I had was maybe something along the lines of, we are a boys volleyball club in Kenosha, Wisconsin, offering athletes the coaching, competition, and commitment they need to compete at the highest levels. So this tells parents instantly that you're in the right place, and it tells a little bit more about what your club does and who you are. And so that would be front and center of your website. The next thing I would suggest adding would be FAQs. So FAQs are one of the simplest way to save time and improve your site's usefulness. They answer common questions parents have before they email or call you, and they also help you show up in Google when people search for those questions. So an example of some FAQs that you could have, and I would suggest like towards the bottom of the page, would be like where our practice is held, how much does it cost to join, what are the age groups you're offering trainings for, do you offer strength and conditioning programs, when are tryouts. You're placing your FAQs at the bottom of the homepage or a specific program page. Not only will this help parents make decisions faster, they'll also position your club as helpful and organized. Now we'll talk about calls to action. Your tryout link, there's a link for tryouts right here on your website. I would suggest making that something a little bit more bold, maybe a button that's a different color, maybe blue or something like that, that says register for tryouts. I would place it maybe after this supporting paragraph and having a button here like register for tryouts. A couple other things I noticed is there's the news and alumni pages. There's nothing on this alumni page, this news page. This link, if you go to it, it doesn't go to anything. It's just telling you, oh, that page just doesn't exist. So I would suggest removing that. The calendar, I know it's not club season right now. If you're not using this, I would suggest removing that page completely. And then in the bottom section, it looks like there's duplicate content for your social links. I would remove maybe these three because you still have these ones, and this one looks like it's a broken link. So, so those are suggestions I have to wrap it up. These are some small but powerful changes that will make it easier for parents to find you online, understand what it is you offer, and sign up. So let's be real here for a second. Your website is not just a digital brochure or a place to drop practice times. It's a silent recruiter. It's where new families decide if they can trust you or click back and check out your club down the road. It's also your communication hub. When done right, it reduces confusion, saves time, and helps answer questions before they even land in your inbox. And maybe, most importantly, your site tells a story about your club, what you believe in, how you run things, and whether you've got everything together or you're just winging it. Whether you built it yourself, had a volunteer do it, or hired someone to design it, your site is often someone's first impression of your program. So the goal here isn't perfection, it's alignment. Your website should reflect the quality of your coaching, the culture you're building, and the experience you want families to have. So if this sparked a few ideas or made you realize there are things you've been wanting to clean up or improve, I'd love to help you take that next step. For a limited time, I'm offering a free downloadable guide called From Clicks to Commits, the Volleyball Club Website Playbook. This isn't generic web advice. It's built specifically for volleyball clubs. Inside, you'll find short, practical tips you can start applying right away to clearly communicate who you are and what you offer, get found more easily by athletes and parents searching online, and show what makes your club different so families feel confident choosing you. Whether you're a smaller club making your own updates or a larger club looking to grow, this guide will help you with quick wins and long-term ideas. Simply scan the QR code on the screen or go to the webpage to grab a free copy. Remember, even small changes to the website can have a big impact on recruiting athletes and keeping families engaged. I can't wait to see what you do with these ideas. Thanks a lot.